One thing that people don't realize about marketing is what we do is if someone has a low amount of Google reviews, but they're getting a lot of traffic, we might run ads against them. Meaning, just because somebody searches ABC Dental doesn't mean they're not going to get served dental ads afterwards. I believe Google reviews impacts every portion of your business. Not just new patients, not just marketing new patients and patient referrals, but also existing patients are looking at them. Also, staff members are looking at them. Also, people who are thinking about buying your business from you in the future.
You want to get words that actually people are going to search for. So getting Invisalign written in the review is great because it will pop up in search better.
Yeah.
So I definitely incentivize the team, not the patients.
In today's episode, we're going to be talking about Google reviews. Do you need them? Are they important? How many do you need? Do you need to worry about AI and what that's going to bring into the industry? And I have the one, the only, Len Tau from BirdEye. You're still working with BirdEye, right? Cranking it out?
Still running their dental reviews.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And we're going to be talking about Google reviews and everything that you need to know about those. So you're going to want to stay tuned for this one. Welcome back to another episode of Dental Marketing Go. I'm your host, Gary Bird. I'm the owner of SMC National, where we help offices just like yours level the playing field against the big guys out there so you can grow the way that you want. And today you can see I'm in a different setup. We're at PodFest, and there's about probably over 1,000 podcasters here. And I got the opportunity to grab Len and say, hey, let's do a podcast really quick in this really cool podcasting booth. So before we even get started, Len, I really want to wrap my head around Google reviews because we just got done with the panel. You said Google reviews are just as important as ever. Some people are like, well, AI is important or these things are important. Kind of give me the rundown of why someone should care about their Google reviews.
Well, I think it's the main determinant whether patients want to come in your practice or not. When someone is referred to you, the first thing they used to do was call the office.
Yeah.
When my dad was practicing, the internet didn't exist.
Yeah.
Now what's the first thing they do is they Google the practice. They have the practice name in. And as you know, the organic listings are on the left. On the right is the Google My Business page, as long as it's set up properly. And front and center, they're going to see your office address. They're going to see your hours.
Yeah.
And also very visible there is how many reviews you have.
Yes.
And they may not read them all. I think you said they're going to read one or two of them.
Yeah.
But they're going to click on it. They're going to see what other people are saying about you. And if you don't put your best foot forward, that first impression, you may have referrals, which is the best type of patient.
Best patient, yep.
Okay? They may not want to come in and guess what? You have no idea.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't, it kind of dries up and you're going, what's going on? And one thing that people don't realize about marketing is what we do is if someone has a low amount of Google reviews, but they're getting a lot of traffic, we might run ads against them. Meaning, just because somebody searches ABC Dental doesn't mean they're not going to get served dental ads afterwards. They are. So if you only have 20 Google reviews and a competitor of yours has 500 Google reviews and they're getting hit with ads, they might just start to question, am I going to the right office?
100% agree with you. And talking about offices with 500 versus 20, if you have 20 Google reviews and you want to market your practice, I think the first thing you need to do is get more reviews.
Yeah.
Because when you do an ad and they get back to your Google My Business page to look you up, they may not want to convert because you don't have enough reviews.
Yes. So let's talk about that because, and I want to say this for the audience. I 1000% agree with what Len's saying because I believe Google reviews impacts every portion of your business. Not just new patients, not just marketing new patients and patient referrals, but also existing patients are looking at them. Also, staff members are looking at them. Also, people who are thinking about buying your business from you in the future, they're going to go read your reviews.
And employees.
Yeah, employees. Yeah.
Future employees, people you may be looking to hire for a job are going to look you up. And again, if you don't put the best foot forward, they may have second thoughts about even coming into the practice.
100%. So, okay, so that's a great point. So let's talk about like the technical side of getting more Google reviews. What I've always seen work in just making it simple is like, where I'll say where everybody gets it wrong. They want to motivate the patient, right? And if you motivate the patient, it's like, hey, I'm going to give you a $20 Starbucks card. That's the wrong thing. And that can backfire on you big time. So I'm all about motivating the team, incentivizing the team or one person. Hey, let's get to this Google review number. Walk through what you think the right way to do that is and then how BirdEye works in that and how that works.
So again, 100%, you cannot incentivize for a Google review.
Yeah.
Okay. You can't do a Yelp review either, but I don't worry about Yelp anymore. But you can. So if you want to do Facebook, fine, you can incentivize. It's not going to help you that much. You can incentivize for an internal review. Again, not going to help you that much. For Google reviews, you cannot incentivize. You can't give them a discount. You can't give them anything for writing a Google review, because they have to state in the review by what the rules say that I was incentivized to write this review. And you don't want that written in the review.
No, because what happens, I've seen that happen. It discredits all your other reviews.
100% so, even if you didn't do it for those.
Yeah.
So I would stop doing that. I literally was looking at a dentist's website who was demoing BirdEye, and as soon as you came on the website, it popped up. The pop-up was, we're giving all these prizes away when you leave a Google review. I'm like, take that down immediately. Like you can't advertise that. Okay, Google finds out they're taking all the reviews down. The next day it was gone, so at least you listened to me. Okay, so back to your original question, which we were talking about incentivization. I like to incentivize the team, like you said, okay? What can they be incentivized for? A goal of a number of reviews, whether it be a weekly, a monthly, however you do it, is one great. That's a team incentive, in my opinion. But I think it also goes down to the next level, and that's our individual incentives. So where do we take it from there? So when you read reviews, if we were to pull up 10 or 15 reviews and read all of them, it would say Dr. Smith and team. I love the team. I love the staff. I love Dr. Smith. Very rarely does the review mention a single team member's name.
Yeah, okay? Correct. Yeah.
So that's why I want the team involved, because the team member can be incentivized to go up to the patient and say, hey, we would love you to write a Google review, but I would love you to mention me in the review.
Okay.
If that happens, the patient had or it was asked by the team member, because it doesn't happen normally. On rare occasions it does.
Yeah.
But in normal
it doesn't.
It's not going to.
It's usually just like, here's 5 stars and nothing, right? Yeah.
Right, correct. So if they discuss it, hey, mention me, talk about something that really impressed you, whether it was the painless needle, your Invisalign result, you want to get words that actually people are going to search for. So getting Invisalign written in the review is great because it will pop up in search better.
Yeah.
So I definitely incentivize the team, not the patients, okay? But using a piece of software is still the better way to go than asking a patient. If you asked 100 patients, 98 would say I would do it, but 2 do it, 5 do it.
Well, and it also gets really confusing. I get confused. Is like, or do you have them do it right there because they're on their Wi-Fi? Do you have them wait till they get home? Do you have them? I've even seen people make the mistakes like, oh, just do it on our laptop. That's the way to get your whole page blacklisted by Google. So software is definitely the way to do it a lot faster. What are your thoughts around AI and what's coming with AI? And people are like AI search and all these kind of things. And it's like, well, yeah, Google reviews are still going to play into that, but just where are you mentally at?
Well, if you were to ask ChatGPT to find the best rated dentist near you, it's still going to go by reviews on Google. So you have to have the ratings that are there.
Do they already use Yelp because it's Microsoft?
No, but if you use Chrome browser and you're in Chrome browser, when I've done it, it looks at Google reviews.
Got it. Okay. So, yeah.
That's been my experience.
Got it.
I always saying voice stuff.
Yeah.
Or ChatGPT, or any of the other chat products that are out there. So I think that voice plays a key role in determining that, but also I think AI, from a perspective when it reviews, is the responding reviews.
Yeah,
I think that's even more important because practices don't want to respond. They don't.
Yeah.
So if you want to use ChatGPT and say, I need a HIPAA compliant response to this review that I got.
Yeah. Not legal advice. Right. Yeah.
But in that case, you can take that and post that because it's going to use keywords in the review.
Yes.
Invisalign will be, if they mention, it's going to be mentioned in the response. Mm-hmm. When a dentist responds, all he writes is, thank you for your feedback. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
It doesn't do anything for you.
Yeah.
So I think AI on the responding side is even more important than AI on.
Oh, it's really good. Yeah. And it also, I think what AI is really good at for me, like someone will send me an angry email and they're yelling at me and call me names or whatever. And so naturally I'm just like, okay, well, I'm going to yell back at you and call you names. But then I take it out and then I put it into ChatGPT and say, hey, this is how I feel. How should I respond to this? And it'll give me a much more business appropriate response, right? And so there's no emotion in it now because AI doesn't have emotion. You can call it names and it doesn't care. So that's such a good hack on removing the emotion because I'm in your group. People are like, they can't do that, or we should run them up on the flagpole. You know what I mean? It's just like, yeah, I get it, but it doesn't really help with your response.
What I started doing in Raving Patients, which is my Facebook group, is I come up with the response that we are allowed to say
and
the response that we want to say. That's what I did release. Yeah, when people ask me, and I get tons of emails, is that people are embarrassed to post.
Yeah,
so I post for them, and ChatGPT, when I do the responses, I sometimes use ChatGPT, especially for the snarky response.
Yeah.
And I go, give me a really snarky response. And they say, are you sure you want to be snarky? You need to be professional. I'm like, I want it to be professional, but snarky. And then if I don't like it, I say, take out the professional and just make it snarky. It's very interesting what it comes up with.
It can be, ChatGPT can definitely be snarky. What are you, we just talked on the panel about this. So we're at PodFest, we're up on the panel, and Glenn brought up a great point and something I agree 100%, but I want our audiences to hear it. This is the question I always get. How many Google reviews should I actually have?
So I think the sky's the limit. I don't think there's no number, a specific number. People say to me, I've been using BirdEye for 5 years. I have 800 reviews. Is it enough? And I always say no, because look, the reviews determine ranking. There's a big ranking factor.
Yeah.
A couple of the big ones are, the main one is closest to the center of the city from a location perspective.
Yeah.
The primary category is a huge one.
Which is like general dentist or
cosmetic dentist.
Yes.
You don't want to be a doctor. Don't be a doctor. You're not going to show up for a dentist.
Yes, exactly.
So primary category, citations, name, address, and phone number matchup is another one.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you talk about number of Google reviews, it's also the velocity of the reviews. How many you're getting, how often you're getting them. If all of a sudden you have 20 or 30 a month and you drop and you go to 2 or 3, you're going to drop in the rankings.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. The number of reviews you need is really based on who else is in your area.
Yeah, good answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's a dentist I work with. They're in Georgia. They have 6,000 plus Google reviews. If you're a dentist in the area, that's your main competition. There are other areas in bigger towns that they have 30 or 40. That's the number you technically need to be, credible and visible. So I would say the most important thing is you can never not have enough Google reviews. Okay. You should never stop asking, because it also tells you what you're doing good and bad about your business. If you're getting internal feedback, if you use BirdEye, we have an internal feedback button that says every single time I come into the office, you run late. You need to take that and use it as constructive criticism and actually fix the problem and make sure the patient's brought back on time. It's really good. You have to have a bird's eye view of your business and really what it's about. And that's what these reviews give you.
That's awesome. Okay, so what are your thoughts on the other services that BirdEye is offering? Because I've heard you guys are offering some new cool stuff. You were talking about it. What are some of the other things that you guys are doing?
So our main software is the one I sell is really what we call the starter package. It comes with listing management, so making sure that NAP is consistent.
Uh-huh.
It comes with the review generation software, the review marketing, and then we have review responding with it's called BirdEye is what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then it comes with a messaging platform, which Anissa alluded to, because we hook up to Facebook and Instagram messaging, we hook up to texting. And also, all of the entire messaging is done.
Is all one place, and it's
all
HIPAA
HIPAA compliant, all one.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yep. And now we've released a chat AI product. And the chat also goes into that same messaging platform. So all the communication from anywhere they're coming from are all going into one message.
That's so cool.
Yeah, we have a social AI product, which is new now. So it'll create social for the practice based on, you say, type in I want a special for a Labor Day on Invisalign. It will create the post for you and put it into your social media with the images and stuff too.
That's so cool.
So we become very much an AI company now.
Yeah, everybody's an AI company now. So that's it's kind of hard not to, because there's so many. It just saves so much time and energy, and the platform's already built, right? So that's really cool. Anything else that we should know about BirdEye, or how can people best connect with you?
Well, look, this isn't always about BirdEye, obviously. I know.
Yeah.
But they can reach out to me. My email is Dr. Len Tau, my name at birdeye.com. Easy way to reach out to me, learn more about it. I can take them on a demo. Just reach out, say you listen to the podcast and they want to know more about what we do. And the software is very affordable with the amount of money that people are spending on marketing now. BirdEye is a very powerful and a very fairly inexpensive platform that can do a number of different things for your practice and really help the marketing that you're doing. It adds fuel to the marketing that you're already spending it on.
That's so cool.
You get more reviews. It help you,
yes,
because you get better results in the marketing you're doing.
Yeah, people say, how do I get more patients with my current budget? Get more Google reviews. It's so simple.
Well, you heard in our conversation today with Kurt, he had no marketing budget, but I said he's doing marketing because he's getting Google reviews, and that's how he's bringing his patients into the practice.
100%. That's awesome. Well, thanks for coming on.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Thanks.